to focus on one beautiful verse. And before that, I've got a question to you. Do you know at what age was Moses called into the ministry of God to lead the Israelites? The answer is when he was 80 years old. So, most people do the analysis and they understand Moses' life is divided into three parts. The first 40 years he was in the house of Pharaoh, the next 40 years in the wilderness, and the remaining 40 years he became one of the massive leaders. Until now, he's one of the greatest leaders across the globe. And I mean, the question I really have is why did God use him at the age of 80? He could have done much earlier than that. Then let's focus on this beautiful verse, the book of Psalms, chapter number 90, verse number 10. I'm going to read this to you. The years of a life are 70, or even by reason of strength 80. And do you really understand? Psalms 90 is written by Moses because it says a psalm by Moses. So, do you really understand? Moses was completely convinced that the human lifespan is about 70 years, and with the mighty, it can extend to 80 years. So, when Moses had this thinking upon his ability till 80 years he's going to live, then God said, that's where you end, Moses, and that's where I begin my working in your life. Then I'm going to show you the last part. After your ability, after your strength, after your capability, when I take over, I'm going to do the wonders. I'm going to lift your name. I'm going to do something that you never really imagined, you never really have seen in your lifetime. And today, my friend, the same message to you. Sometimes we go ahead and we restrict ourselves based on our capabilities, and we think, this is what my capability is, so we restrict the life with ourselves. See, there is only one thing that stops God to really work in your life. Sometimes your ego. Sometimes you become the stumbling block for your own life because you see things based on your ability. But when you give it into God's hands, when God starts to take over, He does mighty, miracle, wonder working things that you really never really imagined. So do not wait till the 80 years where Moses waited until he fulfilled his ability. Today and right now can be that what Moses waited for 80 years, you can do it right now. When you understand, when you submit to God, when you ask Him to take over, He is gonna do mighty, beautiful, wonder working things that you never really imagined. You need to give up that ego, you need to surrender your life. And please do understand, when God wants you to surrender, doesn't mean He want to keep you dumb and dummy. No, but God wants you to lift to the horizon that even with your own capability you cannot. And this God is loving God, and He wants your name to be lifted not based on your capability but according to His mighty powers. So do not let that ego to stop you to reach to God. Give it into His hands, and He does amazingly great through your life, and He'll lift your name. May God bless you through this message and receive the breakthrough from this message. May God bless you.